Get that fire in there. Alright guys, what's up? Back at camp. I figured I would show you guys how to fillet fish. Not that much of you don't know how to do that, but in case you don't, I'm going to show you my technique. This is not the only way to do it, it's just the way that I do it, so hope you enjoy it. Alright, well first things first is you need the tools of the trade, right? Coffee, that's a must. Nice sunny day, that's a must too, especially on these cold March mornings. By the way, this is Pinion coffee, if you want to know. It's delicious. So that's one. Vacuum sealer. This is the Big Game Food Saver brand vacuum sealer. This thing is freaking awesome. A bowl, a bigger bowl of fresh, clean water. This bowl is going to be used for basically just rinsing off the fillets. A second bowl, preferably plastic. This is where the clean, rinsed off fillets are going to go in here, getting ready to go into the vacuum sealer. This is my fillet kit, and any old fillet kit will work. You definitely need one of these. So I can get it out of there. Fillet board. Sharpener, a fillet knife, and I like to use a second knife. This is not much, there's not much bend to this knife, but you still could fillet with it. However, I use this to just separate the meat from the fish. This is what I use to separate the skin from the fillets. And last but not least, fish. Well, I almost forgot. Probably going to need some paper towels or just some towels. Some latex gloves. I know they're hard to find sometimes, but these are coming really handy in filleting fish. I kind of rearranged my setup here to get it nice and organized and ready for the assembly line. Nice and sharp. Yeah, nothing came off, so that's good. Alright. It's sharp. Just checking. I didn't have a cut on me. Alright, so first thing I like to do is I like to lay it on this side. Either side doesn't really matter, but right behind this spot right here, right behind the head, go down until you feel backbone. Turn the knife, just like that. Lift up this edge. And all you're going to do is you're just going to kind of feel along the backbone. Try and get as close to this edge here to get all this meat without going over the dorsal fin. So, kind of missed a little bit right there, but that's alright, I recovered. The first one's always kind of like a muscle memory thing. So again, just following the backbone here, all the way down to right about there, and then flip it over, and that's kind of what you're looking for. Now, some people like to take the rib meat or the ribs off now. I like to get the meat separated from the skin now and then do the ribs later. So I'll show you that. So grab your fillet, go right there, and you're just going to go down until you see skin. You see it? See the skin and the meat separating? So now you're just going to bend, you're going to put that pressure down on that, and you're just going to kind of hold right here while you're bending that knife, making it bend up against the fillet board as you just kind of go back and forth. I also like to get my fingers up underneath here, kind of gives me an idea how deep I'm going, and I just feel for the back edge of this, the knife, the spine of the knife. I just kind of feel it as it goes. And there you go. There's a little bit left. Ideally, this stuff you don't want, so just cut that off right like that. Trash is going to go there, and there's a fillet. So we'll take this, flip it over, move that to there. We'll do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll take the rib meat off. Again, just back to the bone, turn it. This is a little bit harder because there's nothing on the other side to really give it some lift, something to go against. So here it's really important to make sure that you're looking underneath every once in a while. You don't want to go through the backbone. So there's the backbone right there. I also like to lift up on this so I can make sure that I'm cutting through the ribs as I go. I got a little bit of extra meat there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but ideally you want to get as much as you can. So stopping right there, flipping it over. That looks pretty good. There's a little bit there and a little bit there, but even then, there's the backbone. Do the same thing. Grab this end, down until I feel the skin. Just checking every once in a while as I go, pressing down on the knife, following the back of the spine with my fingers. Again, just checking. It should look like something like that. Fat off on that fin, excrements, and I like to use this knife. Sometimes I use a fillet knife to get the ribs off, but I like to use this knife, and just all you're doing is just kind of feeling the back of those ribs as I'm just kind of slicing through. Slicing through. Up here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off, and then it goes into the rinse. Do that to this side. This has got a full set of ribs on this fillet, and usually you get that with one fillet. The other one will be pretty light, just because of the other side not having that meat for support while you're cutting. Again, just feeling for the backbone, just taking swipes at it, looking it over for visual. There's the ribs and there's the fillet. Get this off. It's pretty. I'm not too worried about that stuff. Not too worried about that. It'll end up cooking out anyway. And there you go. So I'm going to fillet up the rest of these fish, and I will see you guys in a little while. I forgot, there's one other tool for the trade you need, not the trash bag. You don't ever want to put these remains just in a dumpster or in your trash can, because raccoons will inevitably find them, possums, all this stuff will get into them. So here at a campground, there's dumpsters around here, but you want to make sure you got this stuff in a trash bag and the trash is hung up. Alright guys, I'm all filleted up. All I'm going to do is just try and get most of the film and slime and stuff off of there. Don't got to be perfect. Sometimes I'll even do like 2 or 3 rinses, but sometimes that doesn't matter, because if you're eating fish, you probably should be rinsing it off right before you cook it anyway. So all this is just going to be is just a pre-wash before it goes into this final rinse, and then after that into the vacuum sealer, and then into the freezer. back to camping and fishing. And if you're wondering, that red stripe that's in there, that's the part that a lot of people cut out on other fish, because that's where you get the gamey, nasty taste. But I don't find that to be too bad with trout, especially these hatchery bred. So there's the, look at that, beautiful. All right, next step, cut some vacuum sealed bags into, sections maybe about this long, and I usually put 2 to 4 fillets in each bag, depending on how much fish I want to eat for that night. Yum yum. All right, moving down the line here with the 11-inch bags. So it's 11-inch. I think it's a 13-foot roll or something like that. And we'll start by sealing this edge. Sealing lights on. Getting breezy out. Done sealing. Like I said, I usually like to go about that far depending on how many fish. This bag's going to get 2 fish in it, so I'm going to close this. And with this particular model, there's a knife right here. Slide it over. There we go. Put it up. Start adding in our fillets. Our filleties.
2, 3.
I'm kind of distributing the sizes so that each bag will be kind of evenly distributed. Stick out the channel. And it's done. Go. Nice filleted up bag of delicious trout. Alright, I'm going to finish up this bowl and I'm going to get these guys in the freezer. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you learned something from it. Yeah, that's how I fillet fish. A lot of people use electric knives. I use fillet knives. Been using them for years and years now. Not like there's anything wrong with that, using an electric knife or standard knife. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Critter. Oh, muskrat. Let's see if he comes our way. Just dipped. Can you do it again? Just throw it out there and catch it again.
So just let it go?
Yeah, just keep it on the hook. Throw it out there and
It's off the hook already. Hook is really good.
yeah, wrap it around his head a couple times.
Put 2 extra hooks in there.